like blue. Oh.
Yeah, blue's not a color, Matt.
Hello, D&D friends, and welcome to Holy Rollerz Descent into Avernus, D&D show about a divine fellowship of clerics and paladins that descended into the hells to rescue the city of Elturel. The twin missions entrusted to them by the gods are 1, to find a way to break the chains dragging Elturel into Avernus, and 2, find a way to destroy the solar incendiators, the artifacts keeping multiple cities bound to the hell plane. Holy Rollerz is a 9-person stream with 2 parties switching off every week, the Chain Breakers and Sword Hunters. So let's introduce our Chain Breakers. Tonight, cast for the night tonight, starting with Ben.
Oh, I'm muted, sorry. Hi guys, I'm Ben. I play Morocon. He's what are you, mocking me?
I just want to make sure you know which Ben you were.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, I don't normally go first. It throws me off. Hi guys, I'm Ben. I play Morocon. He's the cleric monk of Hamina. She's the goddess of the sun and the moon and the stars.
And then I come after Ben, and I'm definitely prepared to come after Ben. Yeah, I'm not muted. People can hear me. I was saying words. Don't bully me. I can take my time.
He's mansplaining.
Exactly. Gotta be gentle with me. I get scared on my own as the only girl. Yes, but that's okay. Makes your job easier today. Hello, audience. I'm playing Lavender, the paladin of Vahara, who definitely never makes dodgy promises to other goddesses. So, that'll be fun.
I'm Jeff. I play Gizik, the half-ogre. I follow Sigrund, who is the wise and powerful mistress of runes and souls, who is able to gift the runes to the world without sparing herself to a tree, and she still has both eyes.
That's wow. I was not expecting that. All of that, I'm sure, is very true. Hi, I'm Sage of Sorcery, also known as Matt. I play Sister Fadaver, the self-righteous paladin of Bestera, goddess of healing and nunnery.
And I like how you are Sage of Sorcery, also known as Matt. your given name is actually an also known as. That's pretty funny. Okay, I'm Ryan, your DM for tonight, and
but just tonight because you can't be trusted with this power on a regular basis.
Yes. So, little recap. Last time on our Chainbreaker stream, the party saved a woman and her 2 children from a trio of bearded devils trying to capture them and sell them as slaves. They learned that Elturel is divided into 2 sections joined by a pair of bridges known as Torm's Bridges. They agreed to take the survivors to High Hall on the other side of the city, where the survivors hoped to find that Thavius Krieg, the High Overseer of Elturel, has a plan. They felt the burden of hell, with Sister Fadaver and Gizik both succumbing to the effects, but being drawn out of despair by a hug from Aelin. While making their way toward the bridges, the party scared off an imp trying to make a deal for food with a halfling, and then they finally rescued 3 dwarves who were trapped in a building after a collapse. So our growing group of people traveling towards the bridges just saw 4 cloaked figures sneak out of an alleyway and into the entrance of a residence. Aelin turned invisible and snuck up to the door, and as you can see from the members of from the video, our good friend Scarlet Moth is not able to be with us. So, Lulu, will you tell us what happens with our good friend Aelin?
Oh, yeah, sure. She goes invisible, and Lavender ignores her. That's what happens. I was definitely prepared for this.
You said you were.
Did I? I did? No, I'm always professional and prepared. I follow an invisible body at the door and get uncomfortably close to Aelin, not realizing that she's invisible. So we're just squished up at the door together, nice and close. Just
okay.
Like she's
so
always
you are standing near the door. Mm-hmm. You feel her hand drop something into a pocket your cloak, or just a satchel or whatever, and you hear her voice. And I'm not going to try to do Scarlet Moth's lovely Australian accent. Only
No,
Matt
do
goes there.
Do it.
It'll just be for mockery by everybody and fodder for Poinketh. But you hear Aylin's sultry voice say, look over there. And you're like, where? Because you can't see a finger. And you feel her hands on your head kind of turn your head. And down the street, you see a large, like about a 10-foot tall creature striding down the street. And she turns back to you and she says, you deal with whatever's behind this door. I'm going after him. And then you hear just the softest little pitter patter away, and she is gone. So what she's going after, or what she thinks she's going to do with Tall and Slender, who knows? But
is this a 10-foot tall creature in a cloak? Because I feel like that's kind of counter, like it.
Aylin, I think that's Slender Man. Leave him alone.
It's less effective if he's 10 feet tall, but he's like, you can't see me.
No, he's not in a cloak. What you see is it's pretty much from your distance. It's a silhouette, but it just looks like a
Slenderman.
A tall, very tall, kind of gangly looking figure. And you can tell it's horned. You're not sure what it is, but by the confidence in Aylin's voice, you gather that she does.
Oh my God, it's her dad.
I know. Sister Father immediately assumes that it's a family member of hers.
Oh no, it's her dad. Oh, family reunion. Guys.
So as you are just
her.
kind of standing there, like, again, really, and from the other side of the door, you hear a gravelly voice say, "Reborn! From life to death to life again. Now feast. Yes, we must feast."
And Lavender's like, Aylin, I am going to talk to you about this later, but you are low in my priority list. Always low in my there's.
And then you hear something that sounds like splintering wood.
Oh, are they eating tables in there? That's not healthy.
Sister Faudever turns to Lavender while she's snapping at Aylin. She says, "Dear, don't you think we ought to attend to the born-agains inside the building?"
Yes, I do. But also, she's just going to go, you know what? She can die if she wants to. I don't care. It's fine.
And
whatever.
So the last thing you hear is a different voice, same raspiness, say, "Gideon Lightward, Zariel's Redeemer. Yes, eat in his name, Gideon Lightward."
Oh, you know what? I think they're Christian.
They're eating. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Sorry.
And Zariel is a new saint in the church that I was unaware of. Okay.
In the meantime, all of the people inside are now dead because we wasted so much time listening at the door.
What about the people behind us? Are they still like behind us in mass?
They're not standing right close to the door. They are a good maybe half a block away. And and you see they've just kind of taken cover behind a half crumbled wall, obviously waiting to see. They're not going to venture out without an escort. So,
quick question, because I don't want to leave these people in the lurch. Like, is there a safe house or somewhere safe we could get them before we go smash?
They're about as safe as they're going to get. If something awful comes walking down the street, there's not really anywhere else that they're going to be safer. Right now, they have cover.
Anything, do I?
Yeah, Hell doesn't seem like, or Avernus doesn't seem like a really safe place anywhere.
Yeah. I have an amulet of mental resolve.
Congratulations.
Can I give it to the leader of the group and be like, look, if anything happens like this, we'll protect you. Like Vahara is always with you. Just so
Did you just give her Dumbo's feather? Here, this will protect you.
Excuse me, I'm not taking bullying today. No,
this is
I'm
not
the only girl. I'm special. I'm in charge.
It's
Everything
jewelry.
I do is good.
Jewelry is not going to protect them.
So
It's an amulet of resolve.
the robed dwarf who introduced herself as Velcora, she was talking. She said that she was an acolyte of Moradin. She says, "We'll be fine. My faith will sustain us. Go do what you need to do. Take care. There could be others who need your help." And she's still like gashed head and black eye and everything from the collapse, but she's pretty.
Should I heal you first? Have you got a concussion? I mean, look, you can. All right, your god. Okay.
Okay, well, Sister
Go
Fadaver
inside.
will look at her and say, who is this? The priest of Moradin? What is the priest of Moradin's name again?
Her name is Velcora.
All right. Sister Fadaver, as she's walking away, will say, Velcora, dear, you really ought to expend some healing magic on that cut. It's very unsightly for a member of the clergy to be injured in front of the faithful.
Maybe her god doesn't do healing, sister.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. All the gods do healing.
Well, we don't know.
I'm going to break down the door.
Maybe she's in trouble.
Okay.
Oh, your sister's like, you know what? I'm done. Heal yourself, queen.
I go break down the door.
Okay, with your hand, with your fist. I mean, there's like the
with her
pommel
head.
of your weapon. A boot.
Headbutt the
I
door.
think it would probably be most effective if she charged with her head, the hardest thing on her body. But I think she'd probably try to smash it in double-handed with the hilt of her great sword and her body.
So
Keep booty bumping it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the El Terrell home here. So this is the door. This bottom right here is the door that you bash in. Mm-hmm. You can see that one of these, there's a small vestibule followed by another set of doors. Those doors are already cracked open. So when you enter, when you push this door, and it doesn't quite fall off the hinges, but everything is structurally compromised on this side of El Terrell. And so it swings open, and you look in there, and you can see down the hall, you see blood stains right here. And then over here is there's what looks to be a body laid out on the table. There is just gore and splatter everywhere, and there are figures in J3, J5, K3, and I5. Those hooded cloaked figures, and they appear to be just like ripping chunks of meat off of this corpse and then gorging themselves on it.
Are they cloaked as well, or what do they look like?
They are cloaked. From the two that are across the table, when you look down the hall, you see like they're messy eaters. I mean, they've got kind of blood stains all over their face. Their teeth are sharpened, and you see their eyes are really sunken in. Skin is pulled very tight. They're obviously not. They're not like human cultists. They look undead.
They look undead. They're eating people and they're undead. My bet is ghouls. Can I make a knowledge religion check?
You can. It will be easier once you get a little closer.
Can I assist?
I rolled a natural 1.
I will not assist.
So she runs in the door and she's like, Rastafarians! And takes her great sword and she charges. Like,
oh, okay.
We apologize to all of our Jamaican viewers.
Jamaican viewership.
We're not.
My character is very confused.
We're very popular in Jamaica.
Yeah, it's not. Well, and you're assuming that she knows what Rastafarians meant. I mean, she probably shouted
Honestly,
that
I thought
out.
you meant the pastor people who keep the colanders on their head.
Exactly. She probably meant circus acrobats.
Pastafari? I don't know.
Yeah, they're
Exactly.
Pastafarians. They're the ones that believe that climate change is caused by the reduction in pirates.
Oh, that makes sense.
With a natural 1 and an intelligence of 10, that sounds like something she might believe. Okay.
In any case, roll initiative.
All right.
Okay. Well, this is fun. I love that we really took our time getting into initiative. It's nice.
12.
I can never find my... Oh, plus 3. Well, 8.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. I know, I'm ready to play.
I have 21.
Ooh.
So I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, that's 2. It's the 20s
But,
from last time.
I'm
At
so
least they're
worried.
coming. Initiative's okay to roll a 1.
So it's a 9 total with
Well,
my initiative bonus.
You still
How
beat.
is your initiative so big?
Because I've got dexterity out the wazoo.
Ugh, gross. Dragons, man, they're the worst.
Ugh.
Okay, so Sister Father comes in, and it's like this nun from hell, not really, from heaven, steps through this door, and those things are like hand caught in the cookie jar, turn around, and there's this hissing sound. You get a good look, and they, they're all kinds of nasty. They've got claws, they've got kind of distended jaws, and they lunge. They won initiative, so they are going to.
What do you mean they won initiative? Are they 38 or something?
They got 24.
Such a crap, man.
So they are going to move towards Sister Fadaver, who we will put in square I-19. That work?
Okay.
And then right behind Sister Fadaver was Lavender in I-20. Gizik and Morocon, you guys back there somewhere?
Yeah, I'm probably going to be right behind Lavender.
Okay.
We're just by the doors outside the house here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can say like J21. Is that taken yet?
Nope. J21 it is. Okay. All right. So they need to count their move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 2 of them are going to charge Sister Fadaver, and they'll end their turn in 18 I and J. The other 2 double move and go out of your line of sight as they head toward the west.
What?
So
They're leaving?
They go like they're headed toward that living room there.
Look, priests, peace out.
The home teachers are here. They're going to the living room.
They're running into the back. Oh my gosh.
All right. So
Okay.
2 bite attacks on a Sister Fadaver.
Would they cross that entire distance and they're gonna attack me?
They moved and charged. Yep.
Aren't they virile? How lovely.
They are
Okay.
virile. And as they get into your area, they smell so bad. So bad. That
Great.
it's like you feel yourself heaving, like there's dry heaves where you can't even move. So you are slowed while you're within 1 square of these.
I wasn't going anywhere. That's fine.
So here goes. They have +11s against your AC. So that's an 18 and a 22.
That's a hit and a miss. And I really wish that I could do something about that hit, but I can't. So, oh well.
All right. The damage is. Oh, I rolled a 12 on the 12 die.
Shocker.
So 18 damage, and you're immobilized till the end of his next turn. So this guy,
Okay.
one of them charges and almost runs past you as you kind of like backhand him against the wall, opening up a clear shot for this other guy to take a big juicy bite right here, like right in your shoulder area.
Gosh.
And he pulls it out and he's chewing. It's not just like spit out, like biting.
He's eating me?
Oh yeah, it's like you interrupted dinner, so now it's you. You're on the menu. So he's got
Getting
Sister
flesh,
Fadaver
the
in his
freshest
teeth.
meat, bro.
She
Nom
is.
nom nom.
There's like white thread in his teeth, from your robe. So
She feels violated to a high degree, and she's going after it. She's going into his mouth after whatever he bit off.
Gizik, you're up.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we need new terminology there. I'm sorry. No.
I've been a bit
All right.
distracted trying to get the music working, so.
That's okay. So
Where are we
Gizik, as
at?
you go up, she goes, "Strike them before they begin the reggae."
What's reggae?
She doesn't know. She's just convinced there's confusion.
I think it involves steel drums.
All right. And they're just inside the house?
Yeah, 2 of them disappeared to the left, to west on the map, and the other 2 are right in front of Sister Potterbear. One of them chewing wholeheartedly on her flesh.
Okay. I will try to bewitch the one attacking Sister Potterbear.
Okay.
Which one? Because technically they both are.
His will is a meager 16.
That's not too bad then. I got a 17.
There you go.
And I will use that 17 to reduce AC, I guess. -1 to AC.
Okay.
Gizik, what square are you in?
I am in J21, but I don't really know where anything else is.
Okay.
The two creatures are in I and J18.
They're in between those 2 doorways.
And the one in I-18 is the one that hits Sister Potterbear.
Okay, so that's the one that I've bewitched then.
Yep.
I'm gonna move up to it. Are the spaces behind them open still?
Yeah.
Okay, I will move into I-19 then.
That's Sister Potterbear square. You can move into J19.
All right. So the spaces behind them are not open. One of them is. I'll move into J19 then and attack it with Hag's Hunger.
Okay.
So that is a 31 and a 16 versus AC.
Hit miss. Like a really good hit and a barely miss.
17 would also miss, right?
Yep.
Okay, because they do have the -1 penalty, but doesn't matter because I rolled too low. Let's see, so this will be 8 damage. And that's my turn.
But did you do damage?
Yeah, 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. So you come up and just claw at these guys. As you come, bring your hand back. It's kind of gross. The flesh is kind of mushy. It's like a cadaver. So you're sure they're definitely undead, but it's sort of like the flesh just sort of peels off in your fingers, and it just hisses at you. But it doesn't bleed. It just sort of leaves a wound. Quite gross, and you also are gagging now with the stench of being next to these things. Okay, Sister Potterbear.
Okay. She's horrified that this thing is chewing on her. She's also immobilized and slowed, but she has no intention of going anywhere. So she is first going to clasp her holy symbol and shout out, "Bestera, protect me by the power of chastity!" And she begins to glow with a white light that emanates from her chastity belt and then slowly spreads and covers all of her like a shield. And then she is going to use Resurgent Smite on the one that hit her.
Okay.
What is his AC?
Right now his AC is 18.
18.
Because Gizik reduced it.
I need a 6. And I got a 12, which is a hit. All right. So he is going to take 2d10 plus 6. Oh, that's decent. So he's going to take 12 plus 6, 18 points of damage, and I will spend a healing surge.
What kind of damage?
Untyped. And I will, let's see. Do I want a divine challenge? I don't know that I need to divine challenge because I'm right here. So yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. So you cleave through this thing, and again, there's very little blood, but the flesh just sort of peels off in slabs, but it's a big slab that you take off of him, and he looks down at this wound and the torn cloak, and it seems to send him into a frenzy, and he's lunging towards you, hoping that he gets to taste you again. Morocon.
It's me now. Okay. So, well, is there a way that I can get just past them, like through the doorway?
You could bull rush. You could bull rush them. That would push them one and put you in their square. But it's a home. It's not this very simple home. It's not a 2-story thing or anything. So there's not really a vaulted ceiling or anything. You could go through you could try to go through one of the windows around the outside, or you can see there is a door on that west side on the north, if you wanted to move past it.
I think
Or you could throw your chakram.
Yeah, so that square next to Sister Vadaver, is Gizik in that one now, or?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Go through the window.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go through that window, just into that room off to the left there.
Okay. You see the other 2 ghasts are in there. One is in square H17 and one is in square H16. And they are moving to the window. So you move to the window, and it's like they come up short just a little bit, seeing that you're coming to them.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. I'm going to smash through that window.
Okay.
And climb inside. How far can I move? Do I get my full movement?
You do. Going through the window will cost you 2 squares instead of 1.
Okay, that's okay. I will move. So I'll move into that room,
Okay.
into G18.
All right. So I'm going to make you make an athletics check. Not that you have a problem breaking the window, but you're going to have to do so carefully or get pretty scraped up. So.
Oh, okay.
17 athletic. Let's see what you get.
Yep, the universe hates me right now.
Is that another 1, Ben?
Might as well be. It was a 3.
But don't you have a pretty hefty plus?
I do, but so my athletics, it brings me to 16.
Okay.
So it's just shy.
Just shy. But luckily I rolled low on the dice. So you only take 6 points of damage as you go through. So a shard of that glass just kind of slices into your scales as you jump through. It's not a nick, but it's not like it didn't hit an artery or anything. So you are in there right next to these creatures. You want to make a religion check now that you're up next to them?
I sure do, because I know these guys are undead. Okay, that's finally a decent roll, decent-ish. So 21. Okay,
they're ghasts. So with a 21, you know that they do have this stench which you can smell already, and they are going to resist necrotic and be vulnerable to radiant damage. And they are very carnivorous creatures. They feast on flesh, the flesh of living humanoids.
Jerks.
Well, thankfully,
they also immobilize with their touch. So if they bite you, claw you, you're going to be immobilized.
So basically, I climb through this window, get right up next to one of them, and I'm like,
yeah.
So,
I feel like acid
regardless,
breath would be really handy right now. Just vomit acid on them.
Holy breath.
Oh, I've got better. So, right. So if I don't have fire, I have radiant, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So I will channel divinity.
Okay.
I put my hand over my holy symbol and say, Hamina, set ablaze all those who stand in your way, and especially this undead vermin. And I burst into the sun. And these bros here take 1d6 radiant, or 1d6 plus.
Do they take it right now?
Oh, that's at the start of their turn.
Okay.
I think
And is it
at the start of their turn.
Is it a aura 1 or aura 2?
It's an aura 1.
Okay.
I should get both of them, right?
It'll only get 1 right now, but it's
Unless
not
you
going
go through
to,
the unless you go through the wall. Go through the wall.
Oh, okay. No, I
or
thought
if
one.
you wanted
Okay.
to stand on the couch, the problem with getting on the couch, you're looking at some
Rough terrain.
Yeah, and possibly falling. Like slipping.
Right. Okay. Well, regardless, so I'll channel divinity, and then I'm going to, I'll bring up my glowing claw, and I'll take a swipe brand of the sun at this ghast that's next to me.
Okay.
And that is that's a 29 versus AC.
Yep.
And that's a good roll. Okay. 7. So that's a 12 radiant damage.
Okay, which is really 17 radiant.
And they are +5 vulnerable to all radiant damage right now. So
Oh, okay. Because of the channel divinity?
because of my channel divinity, yeah.
Okay, so it's actually 22. Well, that might make the other one second guess coming close.
I'm telling you guys, I'm a wrecking ball against undead. Bring more undead.
Well, you are a sun cleric. If you were a sun cleric and you couldn't do anything against the undead, they'd make fun of you back at the temple.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're looking at you thinking 2-on-1, we've got this. This guy's out of his league. And then there's just this like firework display of radiant energy. And that one, he's so upset by what you've just done. You actually see him kind of cower against the wall, like he wants to get away from you, starting to back up. And now it would be Lavender.
Yes. Okay. So the sisters become a buffet in front of me. I wanted to ask how I augment powers work. Augment.
Oh, you have 2 power points. You can spend your power points to augment your power, your at-will power whenever you want. You augment one, there's one effect. If you spend both power points, it does the greater effect.
Okay. Cool. I would like to spend both points. Area burst 1 within 10 squares.
Ooh.
For my mind lock. And because it hinders their ability to focus and their movement. Can I do that?
Is it against will?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Roll 2 attacks. And their will is 16.
Okay. All right. Let me actually find out what I'm rolling because that's important. I should probably know that. Okay. +8. We're fine. We're good. That's a natural 20.
Ooh.
Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome to my channel. Yes, that's right.
This is a game of extremes tonight. Holy cow.
So back it up. Let's see another 8.
Okay.
All right, come on,
that's
big
my
money.
20.
Big
Let's
money.
do it. Let's go, dice. That's a 7. Oh, you're useless, dice. Okay.
But that's still a 16.
Mhm.
So what's their will?
+8.
I thought you said
But that's
+8.
No,
Yeah,
it's +9.
+8.
I'm looking at her character sheet right now.
+9. So
Your
yep,
scion
you got
attacks are
you got
+9.
exactly. Hey, roll a die 6. Let's see if you get 6.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll
Big
roll
money,
just-
big
oh.
money, big money.
No, that's a 3. I'm a failure.
Okay.
It's
But
still max damage.
It's still gonna be max damage plus your implement.
That's my implement. Oh, gosh.
So 14
Wait, you
points
said roll
of
it
psychic.
twice. Do I roll it again or?
Yes, you got to roll an attack. You got to roll an attack on the second one. The first one is definitely a crit. So roll an attack on the second one.
Her crit does 2d10 extra damage and knocks them prone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
No!
what was?
I got a 2 +8. I hate the second one. He can die in a hole.
Well, it's so the second one you miss because all of the energy floods into the first one. So
Whatever,
so
it's fine.
roll 2 die 10, and then Matt, what's the max?
14.
So 14 plus 2 die 10.
Oh my gosh, I hate dice so much. Why do they all look exactly the same? Someone please tell me. Wizards of the Coast, where are you? 9 plus 3.
12. So
12,
12 plus
thank you.
14 is 26.
26 points of damage.
And she knocks it prone also.
Hmm.
And it's slowed.
Yeah, and it can't move, and it can't focus either.
And it can't shift, and it hates itself, and it has low self.
And it's having a bad hair day, and
So
its skin is
he
dry.
starts to chew his nails, and it actually eats the ends of his fingers because he's so upset about what you've done to him.
What does that look like? Like when Aelin blew up its head? Are you trying to do the same thing? You're like, I want to blow up its head.
You watch, and it like its eyes sort of open too big, and then it goes and smashes its head into the wall and collapses in this heap and kind of shudders.
And I think
the other
I,
one
like,
looks down at its
Slap
friend
my
like,
hands down, like on like the sister shoulder, like maybe on the side, not where she was just taking a chunk out of, and I'm like, just like grab her.
I feel like in my head canon, her psychic energy is so powerful it like flattens my ear as it goes past or something.
You get like the ringing sound that, like, you know,
Yeah.
when you walk, it's like, nee.
She gets a minor headache as all this psychic energy goes past her, and she's like, "Oh dear!" Like,
it also dislodges the piece of Sister Fought of Air from its mouth. You got Sister Fought of Air.
I
piece
pick
on
it
the
up and like
floor.
try to put it back in. You're okay.
Okay, but it is back
It's not
to the
hygienic, but
gas turn. So let's start with the gas next to Morocon.
wait, she still has a minor. Do you want to divine
that's
challenge
right.
it, or
heck yeah, I do. No, I want to divine challenge the other one that I missed.
Okay, so you challenge.
I just look at it. That's my challenge. It's just a look. It's just like,
Well, he just saw what you did to his friends. So he looks back at you, and it's like,
yeah, come at me, bro.
yeah. There's,
The most paladin word ever.
come at me, bro. Yep. Okay, so the gas next to Morocon is going to take some radiant damage starting there.
Starting now.
Yep.
Cool. He's gonna take 5 radiant damage,
Which is,
and then, well, I guess actually plus 5. So, okay, so
plus
15.
his vulnerability.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, 15.
He starts his turn and takes the worst second-degree burn ever. But seriously, like, you watch the skin around his face just kind of brown, like paper that's being burned a little bit, and he shrivels back away from you, and he's gonna just take a swing towards you, hoping to immobilize you and then get away. So let's see, he has a plus 11 versus AC. Oh, Ben.
oh, don't pull it down, don't.
I'm not the one rolling 20s, dude.
Oh.
Hey, back up
yes.
to 1.
Good.
Oh, jeez.
Please
So-
don't turn off our flashlight. That's
It's a hit, but it is not a crit. So, you are going to take 16 points of damage, and you're immobilized. And then he shifts into square G16 away from your aura. Okay, the other one in the room does not want to get close to you. So he moved over. He moves over to square D17, and he's going to try and huck one of those chairs at
seems that's a proportionate response.
you. So this thing runs over, and he is a strong. He could maybe beat Sister Fought of Air in an arm wrestle. He picks this chair up and just chucks it at you. And that would be a strength versus, that's a 23 versus reflex.
Versus reflex?
Yep.
23. My gosh. It just barely gets me.
So it's an improvised weapon, so this plus his strength. So it's 10 points of damage if you get knocked up the side of the head with a chair.
Throwing a chair, jeez. Like a rock star in a hotel
And
room.
he actually says, back, stay back. Like you're used to what he's been told all his life by the living, and he's now telling it to you. In the other room, we have the guy, the concussed one on the floor, who manages to pull himself up the side of the wall to a standing position. And he still looks frenzied, so he's going to use Devouring Bite on Sister Faudever because she's immobilized. That is a 26 versus AC. 15 plus 11.
Well, I think we all know I don't have any defenses that are at 26 at this level.
You're all about the healing. I just don't know if
That doesn't mean you have to take my every hit point.
Well, the Devouring Bite is pretty bad. It's 3d12. So.
Oh! I don't have earlobes now or something like. He comes back with my spleen. Like.
It's 27. So he claws his way like to a standing position, reaches out, grabs where he bit you before, and opens his mouth, and it opens like really big, and then he bites into it and kind of shakes.
Did you get
like
the flesh from before though? Because I put it back in there.
So that's the first thing. It's like that was mine.
So,
Like, oh, no, please.
So, but it shakes like a dog. Like you feel your whole body kind of rattle as this thing takes off. This time it's too big a chunk for his mouth to chew. So he just kind of lets this, gore spill down his face. The other one next to him, he looks back at Lavender, who he feels that challenge, but he can't get away from her. Or I mean, he can't get past Sister Faudever to get to Lavender, and Sister Faudever is immobilized, so he also is going to use his Devouring Bite.
Then he takes damage.
She looks so delicious. The other guy's making her look so good that he wants a taste. So what's going to happen? He takes a -2 to attack, so that's going to be a 20 versus AC.
That does not hit me.
Okay.
And
what
he
damage?
takes 3 plus 1 my charisma, so he takes 4 damage.
That's radiant damage that he takes.
9 points of damage. So
what does that look like as your divine challenge fries him?
I think he bursts, he pulses with energy. There's a burst of white light. And he microwaves himself.
Yeah. He goes to bite her, and he might his face makes contact with the armor, and then he's zapped with this radiant energy and shudders back.
That's what happens, bro.
We got 2 paladins in the house, yo. We're gonna divine challenge you into oblivion.
So, in Sister Faudever, you continue to be immobilized because he made contact yet again.
Sure.
That's all the ghasts. Gizik.
So how hurt is that guy now?
He is very hurt. He is bloodied. It's a little difficult to tell, like I said, because he's not gushing blood, but there's huge pieces of him missing.
All right. Well, then I growl a little bit and I mutter something, and just stone covers my fists, and I start swinging at this same ghast.
Okay.
A little bit of a frenzy. So this will be Hag's Hunger again, and I've activated Stone Fist or Fist of Stone, whichever one that is I have.
Yeah. Okay. His AC is still 18. You lowered it by 1.
All right, let's see. So that's a 26 and a 19.
That'll do. It hit.
All right, this will probably finish him off then. 36 damage.
36 damage does indeed finish him off. And so here's what happens though. So you come and you sock him once, and then when you sock him again, that I told you it was kind of a squishy body. It actually explodes in this burst of necrotic yuck, and it's a burst too. So that can potentially hit all three of you in that vicinity.
All right.
So it is against Fortitude. Sister Cloudbear, 24 versus Fortitude.
That's a hit.
Gizik, 20 versus Fortitude.
I will dodge the results of my attack. It's a miss.
It's a miss. And Lavender.
Lavender, you still have a bonus from your spheres that you're maintaining.
Yeah,
Well,
plus amulet.
It was a 2, so only an 11. So you aren't going to be hit. So Sister Bear is the one to take the damage.
Of course she is.
And here
Good thing I
goes.
used
Wait,
virtue.
can we make it like the goo that would have hit me hits the sister instead?
Yeah, well, she's filling the area, so it's sort of like, there's a little whoop that gets on you, and you just flick it off.
Flick it off onto her.
5 points of necrotic damage. And
I don't take that.
An ongoing 5 necrotic saving.
And I ignore that. So unfortunately, she's so righteous that the goo falls onto her shield and it just dribbles off of her, the white light that surrounds her, that is always.
She shakes like a dog, right?
Yeah. Exactly, yes. But not her butt. She would never shake her butt. So if it gets down there, she'll flick at it, but she wouldn't do that.
All right, so, so Gizik, you hit it, and it's like you popped the world's biggest zit. If this thing
That's really gross.
It is. You can't even tell that it was a humanoid figure because it's like the structural integrity of its body just sort of disintegrates there. The other one looks down at that, and for a second you see him almost crack a smile, like he's amused by it in some sort of sadistic way, and then just turns ready to duke it out. Now it would be Sister Bear.
Good job, guys. Operation Human Shield is a success.
I do not take 5 points of radiant damage because Sister Bear is a deva and she has celestial blood. So she ignores that. Do I need to save against it?
It doesn't really matter. There's no.
Okay, well, I did.
There.
I did save against it, and if it matters at the end of my turn. Okay, so I am going to divine challenge him because Lavender and I can just keep frying him with that. So she points at him with her sword and she says, "By the power of Bestera, I denounce you a sinner and I command you to face me." Although if you want to attack Gizik, I'm okay with that. And then she is going to use, I think she's going to use Strike of Hope on this bad boy. Did Gizik take damage? Has Gizik been hit at all?
No.
So am I pretty much the only one taking damage here?
Yeah,
And
you are
Morocon.
definitely the focus there.
Yeah, cheers for that.
Yeah, I noticed that. Okay, I'm gonna use Self-Righteous Smite on him then. So she lifts her greatsword and she says, "Take this, sinner! Naughty, naughty, naughty!" every time she swings at it. And that is a 26 versus his AC.
Hit.
Okay, just checking here. All right. Ooh, 17 plus 6 is 23 points of damage, and each ally within 5 squares of me gets 9 temporary hit points.
Does that include me?
Yeah.
That's everybody within 5 squares of me. Every ally gets 5 temporary hit points.
I
So
will happily
she
take.
hacks at this thing, challenges it, and I don't want to waste my lay on hands because I only have 3 more for the rest of the day, and I have no idea how many fights we might get into. So I think I'm just going to hold at the hit points I am. I had temporary hit points, so I'm actually not doing too badly.
That's cute. Keep
Yeah.
going.
That's okay. I'm good. I'm good to go,
Very nice.
and I'm immobilized, so I will stay right where I am.
All right,
She
Morocon.
probably mutters something under her breath about where's Aelin when you need her or something.
Morocon, you're in the other room. What do you want to do?
All right. Well, I'm going to move up one square so that this bashed up dude is back into my aura, into F17. Looks like that's what. Okay.
Yeah, that'll put both of them in your aura.
So, yeah, I'm up in F17 now, and since they're both, wait, are they both? I thought the one was in D17.
There's one
in
in
through the chair.
There's one in E17. So
E17.
yeah,
Okay.
E17 and G16. So you're right between the two of them.
Works for me. Okay. Well, I'm going to activate Blades of Holy Fire. So I know
You've
it's
already
a little.
used that today, haven't you?
It's an encounter power. It's not a daily. So, and then since I've got both of these dudes in my sights, I'm gonna go 5 storms and see if I can E-Honda my way into both of these dudes. And that's going to be not a bad roll. That's gonna be a 21 versus reflex against both of these guys.
So, but you have to roll the attack separately. But that's a hit.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I'll have that hit go to the one that's already damaged. And then the other one is even better. That's a 26 versus reflex.
So hit.
And let's do this. That is a 9, so that is an 11 against one of them, against an 11 against the one that's damaged. And then I'll add my stone fist to the other guy. And that'll be 23 against the other guy.
So how much against the first one? I'm sorry.
So 11 against the first one and 23 against the second one.
All right. And you rolled die 6. So a die 6 of that is radiant, right?
And then the die 6 that's 7 radiant. So
okay. Which is really 12.
Which is really 12.
Yeah.
So yeah, I see this guy cowering and running, trying to run away from me. The other guy running up and throwing a chair at me. And I'm just not too happy about all this. And you are not going to get away from me that easy. And I get back up into their faces and just start doing a whale of combos to these two guys next to me. And yeah, they're going to burn a little longer.
Yeah, and they do, like the one that's on the other side of that couch there, he's thinking that that couch would provide him some sort of relief from this, but your aura is it's just too nasty. Well, nasty for them. Their aura is nasty for you, but I think their aura slows, yours burns, yours is worse. So they are. Oh, except guess what, Morocon? I'm so sorry. I forgot. He hit you last time. You were immobilized.
He hit me with a chair.
That lovely amount of bashing and hitting. Unless you grew Dalsim length arms and legs, you
Oh, cool. So all the math and everything that I just did, none of that counts.
Yeah, well, it counts in terms of your math practice, but that's all the good it does.
Oh my gosh, what is this, home class? Like
Ryan's a teacher. We both give you an A, dude. How do you feel? Does that make you feel better? Like,
cool.
I'll give you extra credit. That's
cool. So natural 20 on my next round, right?
So I'm assuming you wanted to throw your chakram, and it will hit because you already hit. So roll your chakram damage.
Yeah. So I guess I'll be throwing my chakram at the guy that's been heavily damaged already. That will be a 21 to hit.
Okay.
That's
And it still is gonna. The blades of holy fire is still gonna apply.
That's 8.
Weapon attack. So
okay. Oh, I rolled the wrong die. Oops.
So instead of punching the sun, you're throwing the sun instead.
Right. So that's 8 damage plus 6 radiant. So 8 regular
Plus-
damage
uh-huh.
plus the 6
Plus
radiant
5,
damage.
So 19 points of damage to the one that was already hurt. So still a lovely amount of damage, just not shared between them. Yeah. So you go hucking that. And
That
it
guy's
flies
hanging
right
on
back
by a
to your
thread.
hand.
And that guy's hanging on by a thread, right?
He is
At this point?
He's bloodied. He's bloodied and then some.
Okay.
But I would say it's still a fairly thick dread.
So, okay, there's room for Lavender to enter the square next to him, right?
Yeah, if Lavender wants to go through the window, she certainly can.
Are
Yeah,
you
well,
trying to send me off into danger so I get hit? And get
Well,
no
he
longer
already.
this
Well, I don't want to be the only one getting hit, but he did go to all the trouble of smashing through the window for you. I'm just saying.
And it was very cute. It was
The
adorable.
path is
Oh.
clear.
Yeah, you wouldn't cut
Yeah.
yourself, most likely.
And it is Lavender's turn, so
Is it my turn? Okay, all right. Well, I mean, all right, sure.
No pressure.
I'm going to look through the window. Wait, can I look through the window? Do I have to look through the window?
so you can see through. It's not a window anymore; it's a hole.
You could
Lavender
use
Can I
Just
see
like-
through the hole in the wall?
You could use
Oh,
that.
right there, Marocon. You're going good. Good job. Well done. Go team.
Could use that
no.
nasty crescent moon power of yours. It does.
I have a moon power? Are
You
thinking
do.
of
You have the crescent moon power. Are you and I looking at the same character sheet I made for you? Because this bad boy's beautiful.
I don't think we are. But that's
Did you
okay.
Did you say Lavender's mooning me through the window?
Yes, I'm moving
Yeah.
you through the window.
She's using her
It's
moon
the only
power.
appropriate action in this circumstance.
She has a special trap door in her full plate armor to be able to do that.
That's right. It was built in there by me. I would instead like to divine challenge the bad guy in front of me, taking a bite out of my friend. And I'm going to say, by the light of, and then I go to save Ahara and start coughing and hacking, trying to get the words out. And it's not. I can't save Ahara. And I sort of look a bit. Lavender looks a bit shocked. And instead, she sends her Force Sphere, which is a minor action, to throw one through the hole. Sorry, it's a standard action. Through the hole in the wall at the undead ghost that was left alive.
There are two in the room with Morocom. There's one that he's hurt and one that's not hurt yet.
And that is a minor action. You still have
Yeah.
3 of them left.
Yeah.
That's a minor. Oh, it is a minor. Sorry, Force Sphere attack. Looking the wrong one. Yeah, I will throw one at the one that's already hurt.
Okay.
Which is versus reflex.
Okay. Reflex is 17.
That's a natural 2 plus 8.
9.
9. Yeah, I'm definitely looking at the wrong one. Looking at the wrong one.
So, you take out the little crystal light in the back of the room. You're vandalizing the house.
To be fair, I am still like coughing and kind of like looking a little bit shocked. And apparently I have a brand new power, so I'm gonna have a look at that. That sounds fun. Which I should know about, but apparently I don't. That's weird.
It's a beaut. You chuck your sword, or in your case, your hammer.
I chuck my hand. Oh heck yeah! No, I do know about this. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Oh my gosh, can I? Yes. I want to do that. How do I do that?
Reflex. It's reflex attack, and their reflex is 17.
Die Sterling, if you don't roll a 20, I'm gonna crush you with a hammer. A real one. That's a 4.
Plus 12.
Plus 12.
4 plus 12 is 16. You missed by 1.
Um,
No. What can I do?
Sorry, I can't help you with that.
Oh, really? That's
Wait, so
amazing.
are
That's
you in
great.
this? Are you
Wait,
in
no,
the
but
room
it's
with
plus
me, or are
one
you
to
just?
attack rolls. Is that? Oh, it's plus 2 because I increased it. My hammer.
No, I already factored that in. Sorry, sis.
No, but it's 1.
I know.
I'm so hard.
It's
I don't like this game.
She's like, why can't we play Chinese checkers? It sucks, man.
I want to win.
Well, it's a beautiful throw. I'm sure your hammer takes out like the mantle and half the wall.
Yeah, and I said it doesn't hit, and I'm like, I hate this hammer.
The chair behind this ghast, it kind of pretty much just explodes as your hammer goes right through the chair.
And I look at him, and I'm like, that's you, buddy.
Everywhere.
Next time, I might not look scary right now, but I am, and I'm powerful. And my...
Wait. I found a way. If the DM lets you, I found a way for you to hit. You have the distract power. You could use your move action to get a +2 to the attack if the DM lets you.
Yeah, she did moon me from the window. That could be distracting.
I did. I was like, I other paladin. Guess who's better? My god definitely isn't mad at me right now. I'm fine.
It's up to you, DM, but I mean, it would be retroactive. So it's kind of cheating, but not.
DM, please let me cheat, because I'm really nice and friendly.
Well, it makes sense that that his attention is purely on Morocon, that you would try to keep that distraction there. So,
Thank you.
So, distract gives you combat advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that gets you a +2. So then that would be, is it just called? Oh yeah, the Scion.
Yeah, it's just distract. She gets a +2 to attack.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
All right, you hit. So 2d10 + 7, radiant.
Okay.
Wait, what square are
It's
you
a
in
psychic
right now?
image. You plant the psychic image of your bare bottom in his head. It's a psionic moon right before you throw this.
You just PG rules. Come on, guys. Okay, 2d10. Why do I hate picking up? Oh, I don't. It's fine. They can use the pink dice and the black and gold dice. Everything's fine. Okay, 8 + 4 + 7, which is
19.
19. Yeah.
Radiant.
Radiant, which is actually 24. So, that guy, yeah, you hit. So the hammer does hit him, punches past him, and does still break the chair, and then goes spinning right back into your hands. So it forms just a little crescent of.
I give it a little
radiant
kiss.
A little kiss, yeah.
A little
Gross. It's got goo all over it.
That's right. But I'm metal. It's my new lip gloss, bro.
Well, now it's his
Ernest
turn,
Cosmetics
and
line.
That's awesome.
it is the ghast's turn, and they're not interested in engaging with Morocon. At least for the moment, Morocon is immobilized. So, the one behind the couch goes back out the door and moves and stands on the yucky entrails of the other one, right in front of Sister Fadaver. So once more, Sister Fadaver, there are two ghasts in front of you. The other one, the one that is more hurt, and he is very hurt, he's going to take this moment to try and huck that other chair at Morocon. Oh,
why do I get bitten and he gets WWE playtime? Like, explain that to me.
Give him the chair!
This chair, it was partially broken by the hammer, and as he throws it, it like falls to pieces and doesn't even come near you.
You're welcome. That's what real paladins do. Always thinking ahead, man.
Oh my gosh.
And then he decides to go and move 1, 2, 3. He moves to square H9. So he goes out that door and down the hall, really not wanting anything to do with this paladin and her awful hammer and the flaming monk. So the other two Oh no, the other one, because Gizik finished off the other. The other one has been divine challenged by Sister Bear, right?
And Lavender.
But she tried to divine challenge a different one, right?
I thought it was this one, but whatever.
I think my divine challenge would be over now.
Well, I'm pretty sure
Then
he's
they-
going to go for me anyway, because that seems to
Divine
be the DM's default
challenge.
setting here. That's fine. Bring
Well,
it.
Once.
This one you have challenged it, so it's either get destroyed by radiant damage and go for Gizik, or hit the nun, who's already got a juicy wound. I mean, it's like, his drug of choice is right there. So here goes a nice devouring bite on you. 22 versus AC.
That would normally be a hit, and it would be a hit now as well. Okay.
Sister's a snack today.
She's delicious. Everybody wants a piece. That's true.
Okay, so 15, 22, 29.
Is regular bite damage there? No necrotic in there. Just 29.
No, it's just bite. His devouring bite is a 3 die 12 plus 7. So his teeth go all kinds of into you. He does that whole head shape thing. Pulls out pieces. He's got bone, splinters of bone and everything. It's very, very painful. And the look on his face is one of glee. Like he can die happy now.
She's absolutely horrified that a man has touched her, dead or not.
It's hard to tell if this is a man. They're so shrunken and withered and decayed that who knows what it was.
He's base and boundaryless. She assumes it's a wicked man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are continue to be immobilized. Gizik.
I will. Well, actually, I should.
Oh no, is Jeffrey frozen? Oh, there you are, Jeffrey. You're unfrozen.
I froze.
For me,
froze.
you did.
I don't want to freeze. Okay then. So I will bewitch this other guy who's in front of me. And that's a 20. Natural
Well, he
20.
is-
So
He is critically yours.
critically bewitched. So this is the one that's in I-18 still, right?
There's a new one in
Or
I-18.
no, the one in J-18 is the one that we've been attacking and is damaged.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so that was J-18 that I just bewitched, and
Okay.
I will take just a swipe across the chest and try and stab it with my claws. Let's see. So
So are you reducing his AC now too?
yes, AC down 1. Another Hag's
Okay.
Hunger. 1 is a critical fail. The other attack is... Yeah, so I try and swipe and it just doesn't really work, but then I'm going to try and stab really deep and get a 32. So that should hit, I think.
Yeah. A 32 would hit a dragon at this level, so
Alright.
or at like higher levels even, so
And that's 20 damage.
20 damage. That was a
It helps when you get a really good roll on a d10.
Right. So the first time you go to swing and you almost like scratch your own ear, and the other one comes up and you pull off a chunk of his jaw. Like he can still bite, but he's only biting with like half the bottom of his mouth. Sister Bear.
I'm hurt like a lot now. I'm afraid I'm going to have to. How badly wounded does he look? Does he look like if I pee on him, he's going to drop, or like how deadly?
The one that has been hit, he's definitely bloodied, but he's not quite.
All right. Well, then he's gonna be, because I've had it with his nonsense.
Yeah, for some
So
reason,
the first thing. Go ahead, Jeffrey.
Oh, I don't see Sister Vadaver peeing in front of anybody.
Sister Vadaver never pees. She would never admit to peeing. So first thing I'm gonna do is
He's gonna hold it through the whole adventure.
Yeah. Until there is a proper and ladylike location on which to. Okay. So she is going to use lay on hands on herself. She just whispers out a brief prayer over her, neck, where this thing is just biting into her, and she whispers, "Bestera, heal your loyal servant," and then she's going to use Martyr's Retribution, which causes me to sacrifice a healing surge. And I assume that the way that she does that is like this: she heals herself, and then she pours salt in her own wound, like just the pain, and then she screams, and her sword flares with holy light. And that is a 24 versus AC.
Yep.
And now, because I sacrificed a healing surge, this mother effer is going to take 4d10 plus 7 points of radiant damage. I'm playing around here. And look, 2 10s. So that's 29 on the die, plus 6 is 35 points of radiant damage.
So 40.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't forget, you also have a 1d6 radiant damage for my Blades of Holy Fire.
Plus 4 more points of damage. So 39 points of damage, or 40,
So 44.
44 points of damage
Okay.
total.
So is this like an overhead swipe?
Well, she pours the salt in her own wound, sacrificing a surge, raises her sword up and yells by the power of Grayskull, and it explodes in holy light, and she brings it down like a headsman's axe.
Yeah. Well, and it has the desired effect. You split him from chest all the way down. He is cleaved right in half, and he pops again like his friend, and there's a burst of yuck. Let's see if it's going to hit you and Gizzard. So 21 versus Fortitude against Sister Fada Bear.
That's a hit.
It is a hit?
Yep.
Okay, and 11 versus Fortitude against Gizzard. The damage, however, is 7 necrotic damage and ongoing flat.
Which I ignore. Both of which I ignore.
Yeah.
So
11 misses.
you are so filthy, and yet a normal person, it would be eating their flesh. With you, it's just gross.
It's just dripping off. I don't think it can cling to her holy nature. And I still have a minor act or a move action left. Are there any within my sight?
There's another one that moved, into I-18, right
Okay,
on the body of the one you dropped.
I will divine challenge him. She denounces him as a sinner and commands him to face her in combat. Sinner.
And he says, I'm going to.
You bring it. You bring it, son of Jim.
Morocon, you are up. And you're no longer
right.
immobilized.
Huzzah! Okay, well, what I'm going to do is I would like to I'd like to sprint down the hall,
Okay.
and I want to grapple. I want to tackle and hold that ghoul that's down the hall on H9.
All right.
Still keeping my True Light of the Everfire active, and I want to use a minor action to breathe fire on him.
Okay.
So
Well, let's see if the grab is successful.
Oh, it does. It just because it does. Is it an athletics check?
It's a strength. It's a strength attack first. Yeah. Or
Okay.
It's just a melee basic attack, right? Let's see.
Is that all it is?
I think so.
Well, melee basic, that's a 26 against AC.
It's strength. A strength versus reflex attack. So
Okay. Okay.
so his reflex is 17.
Cool.
So you don't add.
Well,
you don't
that
add
got
weapon.
him.
You got him.
Oh yeah, that got him.
Okay.
No, I still got him. That's
So
good.
he is immobilized, held by your grab, and then you want to breathe fire on him,
I would love to breathe fire on him.
right? Reflex 17.
So, boof. Oh, natural 20. let's back this up. That is not a natural 20, but it's 17.
17 is a
What
hit.
did I need?
17. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. All right. So, and it's not a crit, right? Just because I didn't, or is it a crit because I
It's a crit.
backed it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Roll a die 6.
So 1d6. That's. Oh, here. Let me roll it again so you guys can actually see and verify. That's a 2. Okay. Well then, it's still going to be max damage. So it'll be 9 fire damage plus. Which one is this one? Is this the one that I beat up before, or is this the one that?
Yeah. No, this is the one that was
kept
beat
his
up before.
distance from me? Okay, so he's also going to take the radiant damage.
I think he doesn't though, because it's only weapon attack. Right?
He's just in my aura.
Right, which he'll take at the start of his turn.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so it's
I'd be
9
freaking
fire
out
damage.
if I were him, though. He's been grabbed. He's been grabbed, and you breathed on him, and
Yeah, you just had, and then so you just like Yosemite Sam'd him in the face with fire. He's blackened skin, crispy, and he's shrieking like you hear you get off. He's trying to peel your arms off of him.
You're
Because
not
this is-
going
this is
anywhere.
horrible. I mean, it's really horrible. It's kind of the worst nightmare of a gas.
we didn't come to Elturel to play around. I'm just saying.
I have 0 tolerance for undead. That's kind of a Moroccan thing, so he's not going anywhere.
It is Lavender's turn.
I've got this guy grappled,
I definitely wasn't on mute. You got him grappled? Okay, you hold him, I'll smash him.
Yes.
Let's
So he's
do-
at.
I'm down.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Okay, I'm like, you hold him.
I got
hang
it.
on.
I got it teed up. Batter
Let's
up.
Radiant Smite him. Why not?
Get to the 4.
Let's go. Radiant Smite is verse. You joke, but I'm down. Don't mess with me. How have I suddenly lost all of my d20s? Where did I even put them? There. Okay. Yes, it's verse AC. 15 plus 11 plus 12 now. Plus 12 now.
Who are you attacking?
The one that Maracon's holding. I wasn't joking. I don't play.
Oh, so you want to like double move?
Oh. Yeah, I want to double move and smash him.
Yeah, you can charge him, but I
Yeah.
don't know that you can Radiant Smite.
Oh.
It's just a
But
melee basic because
melee
you have
basic.
to double move.
Yeah.
Wait, is Radiant Smite not melee based?
It's a melee attack, but it's not a melee base.
It's not
But
an
you-
at will or
trust me.
you can't use an at will or encounter power. You have to use just a melee basic when you double
Okay,
move.
well, cool. I'll
He's
melee
still-
basic it then. That's
Yeah.
still 15 plus 12, so.
Okay, roll some damage.
Okay. So my damage for that one is 1d10, which is great.
So it's like he's holding him, and you come up and Louisville slugger him.
So I'm Lion Kinging this guy, and
Yeah.
you're
And I'm just like,
Oh.
a 7 plus 5.
I just had a flashback of a holy font.
If this guy turns out to be like an angel, I'm like, you know what? Let's just leave. This is not how Heaven is playing a joke on us.
I'm just gonna rage quit.
So how much
I'm
damage
done.
there?
7 plus 5, which is 8, 9,
Go.
10, 11, 12.
Okay, so Morocon is holding on to this thing and he's struggling to get back. You hit him, and then there's just this explosion. You two are both going to be in the area of this
Worth it.
disintegrating gas. +9 versus Fortitude against Morocon. That's a 25, and against Lavender a 24.
So plus 2, plus 2. So 19 plus 4 is 23. So yeah, just.
All right, so you guys both are going to take 6 necrotic damage and ongoing 5 necrotic.
I don't like it.
So you get splattered with these entrails, and wherever it touches, your skin starts to dry out like so fast, like the worst eczema ever. That it like flakes, starts sloughing off, and it's quite painful and really disgusting. You guys need.
I'm sure Sister Fodavera has some kind of a cream for that.
Use Dove moisturizer? #sponsored. Welcome to Holy Rollerz. Kidding. No,
We're
sorry.
so not sponsored by Dove.
Dove is not going to touch this.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
You're going to need something,
That's
prescription
awesome.
strength.
And what do we do when evil ghouls try to eat us? We moisturize. That's awesome.
All right, so there is one friend left, and he.
So I look at Lavender and just high five. It was worth it.
It's a goopy high five, but like it's fine.
It like splooshes as we high five.
He looks like he's looking left and right because so he's looking behind him. He sees the other ghoul, or ghast. So he knows that he's down to himself, and you can tell it's like there's some small part of him that thinks I should try to get out of here, but his hunger is just he's really struggling, and so he's actually going to try to smack Sister Fodavera, and then because you marked, you challenged him,
I challenged everybody. It's what I do.
He's gonna try and smack her, and then run for it. So here goes. No, I take it back. He hasn't been hurt, and Sister Fodavera is already immobilized. He's gonna try and immobilize Gizik and then run. So he's gonna go for Gizik. So what's the radiant damage he's gonna take?
5. Just 5 points of radiant damage for me.
So 10. So he's gonna go smacking at Gizik, and that is a 28.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah. So you take 18 points of damage, and you are immobilized. So it's a doozy of a hit. He takes 10 points of radiant damage for his trouble. And how does that happen?
From her sword, I think she's got her sword raised and she's like ready to go. And I think the moment he turns away from her, she's like, she just zaps him by pointing it at him, like naughty, naughty. And she probably actually says naughty, naughty too.
He kind of was expecting some kind of punishment, but it's worth it because he just did 18 points of damage to Gizik. Gizik feels himself kind of momentarily paralyzed, and then he is going to move and provoke attacks of opportunity from the two of you. Would you like to take them?
Are you kidding?
His AC is 19.
That's a 25 for me. So he'll take 8 points of damage from me.
It's only 18. That seems really low. That's with the
8.
-1, right? No, the AC is only 18.
Oh,
that sounds really low.
Yeah. Well, he left his armor back at home, so.
All right. So for my attack then, my opportunity attack, I just rolled a 30, so that will be 20 damage.
20 damage. Yowza. Okay, good.
Second time. Second time.
Is it
I
worth
rolled
it for him
9
to try to run
10.
away?
So
is he dead yet?
He started his turn, healthy and hale, and now he's almost bloody. So he gets zapped, and then he bolts, and there's slash across his back, and there's this groans in pain as he runs around the corner. So he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's gonna be in square G19 at the window. Gizik.
Yeah.
you're up.
Okay, then. I think I'm going to chase after him and attack him again.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, is Gizik immobilized?
Oh, yeah, you're
yes,
immobilized.
yes, I am.
Yeah.
All right. Is he around the corner? Can I still see him?
You can't. No, there's a wall between the two of you.
All
You're
right.
in the vestibule. He's in the living room.
Okay, then. So it's just me and Sister Fadaver here. Nobody else is around.
Nope. Although you do see Aelin and Morocon looking like lepers.
You mean Lavender?
Looking.
I know
like
you don't
leopard.
mean Aelin. You
Stop.
mean Lavender.
Falling
Lavender,
off.
yeah.
Like.
I thought there was a solid
That's
wall between
fine.
us and
I know
them.
you've got a preference, whatever.
They're at 10. They are at 10 H and I because they chased one that was running away.
All right. Never mind then. How hurt is Sister Fadaver right now?
A lot. She's down to 36 of 61.
All right. I reach out to her. I don't actually touch her. Just kind of stretch my hand towards her a little bit, and then this just surge of powerful emotion runs through her, and she feels a little bit better.
Ooh. Is that a healing surge plus?
Yes, it is a healing surge plus 5.
Very nice. Thank you. So I'm assuming that manifests in her and she starts singing a hymn.
Sure. I mean, it's goes straight into her head basically. So.
Very nice.
Yep. I think that's all I'm doing this time.
Okay. All right. Sister Fadaver.
He's right by the window. Is Gizik now blocking him?
No, Gizik is still in J19. You're in I19. He is in G19.
That's what I thought. Okay, I'm gonna come out the door and go around to square 20F
Okay.
or 20G
Yep.
and head him off at the pass. I don't know if he thought he was going out the window, but
Well, that's what he did think he was going, but you were no longer immobilized, so
so that's what I'm gonna do. And because it does radiant damage, I think I'm going to do Strike of Hope. Because I feel like that's what I should do. So she is going to come around to the front of the door, and she says, "Where do you think you're going? Sinners can never escape judgment." And she raises up her sword, and she says, "Hope Maiden, grant me the power to inspire your servants," and swings. And does not do great. She unfortunately only gets an 18 to AC.
but Gizik lowered it, right?
Yeah, by 1.
By 1, so that's what it is. It's 18.
Ooh, beautiful. Well, then I hit him. And he shall take... that's decent. He shall take 10 points of radiant damage. And 1 ally within 5 gains. And Gizik will get 2 temporary hit points.
Oh, goody.
Not that he needs them, but you feel a surge of hope, Gizik.
Hey, I just took some damage. I
yourself.
could use it.
So there you go. Yeah. Oh, are you bloodied, Gizik, by the way?
No, I'm at 43 out of 56.
Well, I could give you even more hope if you were bloodied, but unfortunately,
No,
it's only 2 hit points worth of hope.
I've been hit once, and I had temporary hit points when I got hit, so I'm not doing too bad.
I'm assuming I'm blocking his way out of that window now.
Oh, yes. I mean, there's another window, but yeah, he is stuck.
Okay, I will divine challenge him also. Face me, sinner.
All right, Morocon. You take 5
All
points
right.
of necrotic damage.
I only take 2 actually because I have +3 resist to everything. Okay. What's my range for the chakram? I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll move take my full movement toward the guy. So I'll be in H16 now.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So I'm still just a couple squares away, and I'm going to throw my chakram at the dude. And that's a 22 to hit.
Good.
And it is a 4 radiant damage, but he's vulnerable though, right? Oh, and then plus blades of holy fire, right?
Uh-huh.
Or another 4, so 8. So he takes 8 radiant damage.
So 13. Okay.
And I will take a minor action to healing word myself. Because I could use some heals.
You're like,
Do you
you're
pause for-
beautiful, Morrigan. You can do it. I believe in you. And then you're like, heal.
Are you still topless, Morrigan, or do you have a shirt on?
Oh no, that's part of my robe. It goes across and then wraps around the waist. So I do have something.
But you're showing some skin, right?
Well, I'm showing some scales, but yes.
Yeah.
He's like flexing, looking down at his abs, like, that's beautiful, man. Good job. Look at that.
His healing word is rubbing oil, so he's like listening once again. You need to make a saving throw against the necrotic damage.
I need to hang on while I flex. This is my saving throw. So yeah, I gotta flex against the saving throw. Is that so 11? Is that cool? Are we good or?
Yep. So your necrotic, your ongoing necrotic ends. Lavender, you take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, that's cool. And I'm still having a panic about the fact that I can't divine challenge anyone. But that's okay because I have 1 force sphere left, and I'm gonna move up and shoot it at the big bad guy.
I keep picturing her as like hitting baseballs with the hammer at it.
I love that. That's canon now. Yeah, I like, throw it up and like, bam.
Like she conjured these spheres with her psionic power, but then she bats them at stuff with her hammer. Like,
yeah, I make them like physical, just so I can.
His reflex is 17.
Okay. Oh my god, these dice can die in a hole. That's a 3.
Okay.
I don't
Foul
hit him.
ball.
Out. So instead, I'm just gonna head on up there and smite him. Can I get up there? Can I get there?
You can get, let's see, you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you run, yeah, you can.
Can I teleport as well?
That's still a move action, so it's not going to get you there any faster.
Okay, alright, that's fair.
Do you want to run?
Yeah, I'll just run. And then.
So if you run, you can get into flank position. So you'll be at a -5 for running, but a +2 for combat advantage. So it puts his AC at a 21.
Okay.
To you. So.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. I just forgot what I was doing. Don't mind me, everyone. Hello. I'm at university. Oh boy. You know what? No, I'm switching dice because these dice are mean and nasty. I don't like their attitude. I like this one though. That's a 19 plus 12. Heck yeah. Boom.
Hit.
Nice.
So you might not be ready for Major League Baseball, but you are good to go as like counting in
Nobody
rail.
saw that. It's fine. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
She's like trashing this house. like
yeah,
she
like
threw
I
her
got to
hammer
hell.
into the mantelpiece. If anyone was planning on coming back to this place, they're not. Like, don't even bother.
Listen, I got to hell and I'm like, it's time for some fun. Like, it's been too long. Aylin can't see this. She can't bring it up. 11 total damage.
11 total damage. Okay.
Yeah. I just realized your screen name right now is delicious.
Yeah. So his turn. He has no escape. He looks.
You get 1d6 radiant damage.
Oh yes,
heck
you do.
yeah. I do. And I'll take a 5. Boom.
And with 5 plus his vulnerability, he's actually not going to take a turn. He's going to explode and
I get covered
splatter
in
on
goo?
Sister Fodivere and Lavender. Oh, Lavender, you had to roll to end the first ongoing necrotic. Let's see if you
Okay,
do that.
I've got staunching armor as well, so that gives me an extra +2. I believe.
Yep, first is ongoing.
Cool. All right, solid. That's a natural 20.
There you go.
Bye.
So that's
Touch
gone.
me,
Let's
bro.
see if you get some more though. So +9 versus Fortitude against Lavender. Natural 1 on the die against Sister
No.
Fodivere. A 2 on the die.
Ooh,
So-
someone missed me. What?
That's the Dove moisturizer creating a
So-
protective
That's what
barrier for your
Yeah,
skin.
well, you hit him kind of over the head with the hammer, and so it's sort of whack-a-mole like. So the burst goes out.
Can I baseball
Yeah.
shot his head instead? I'm just like, boo.
But Sister Fodivere, she sees it coming. She's already been hit by 2 of these. And it just washes over you. So there's this sort of disgusting dripping sound as these guys die, and you hear Sister Fodivere, you hear from behind you a faint grunt, and then you turn and look behind you, and you see the dwarf Velcora, and she says, "Oh dear, you need a blessing, Moradin. Heal this goodly priest." And you get to spend a healing surge and regain an additional 9 hit points.
That will bring me more than up to full.
Another god just touched you.
She
Oh,
doesn't.
no.
She reaches out, but there's no actual physical contact.
Oh, good. Well, her vows are to touch no man. Not
Well,
necessarily to not.
I can tell you, Velcora doesn't want to touch her because she's covered in gas.
Yeah. Well, Moroccon's still covered in exploded head, so we're competing here for who is the most gooed. Lavender, who's been launching stuff at a safe distance for the most part, is probably nice and shiny.
Yeah, I'm 1 hit point below my maximum, and it's really difficult. So much.
I've got a
pain.
hangnail.
Ah, everything hurts. I know your pain.
That's such crap.
Yeah, good thing Gizik knows prestidigitation, right?
I know it, yeah, but
But why would he use it? We haven't reached we haven't reached the level of nasty that the son of the hag would recognize as really.
Oh no! I'm sure I'm cleaning myself.
I'm gonna walk through the. I'm gonna walk through the house, and I'm going to burn all of these corpses. I want to make sure that they don't reanimate ever.
I'm gonna sit down and have a mild panic attack.
Can they reanimate? They're kind of scattered. They're just blobs of flesh all over the house.
Well, and we were
Hellman.
burning them with radiant energy, so they're ash too, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
Let him burn the ash. He's had a tough day. Okay, guys.
There is an only partially eaten corpse on the table.
Okay.
I assume you want to.
I want to go. Well, let me examine that one first because he's not animated. He was not
But in case
reanimated
it's
at all.
holy.
Yeah.
So,
I
I want to go examine that one.
You're looking at this corpse, and you hear very faintly, almost you're wondering if you really heard it. You hear just this mousy little cry, like someone stifling a cry.
Oops,
From the
it's
body on
Bella.
the table?
No, not
Ah!
from
An aliens in there.
Burn it! Burn it!
No, from the room to the northwest.
Okay. Well, I'm going to. I don't like things happening in Avernus like this, so I want to ready in action and throw the door open, ready for something to pounce.
Okay, you throw the door open, and you hear a just a sharp intake of breath, but you don't see anything. But a kitchen.
Threatening a child.
I don't see anything but a kitchen. It's dark in there.
It's not like they don't have incandescent lighting, so it's. I mean,
Okay.
it's not. You can see, but it's a kitchen.
Just flick the light switch, bro.
I will. I'll turn on the fire flower and light up the room so I can get a better vantage point.
Okay.
Do I still hear them? Do I need an investigation check to look to search?
You can look through. Yeah. You don't hear anything. But yeah, you can certainly look around.
Do I notice him going?
Yeah.
Can I go back him up?
Yeah. You see him throw the door open and start to walk in the kitchen.
All right, I walk in behind him like just quietly.
Okay. So Moroccan, you're kind of looking around and you find a little cupboard, and you think that the sound's coming from inside a cupboard.
Okay. All right, Lavender, there's more. There's something else in here. Ready yourself. So I'll walk up to that cupboard.
I get my hammer,
and I'll throw open the cupboard.
Okay. And there's this little girl who's like, she sees this hammer and this giant lizard right in her face.
Like,
gotcha.
Sure. That's great.
But it went to be like, you know when like you walk in on like adults fighting and they're a kid and they're like, hello.
So
hammer behind her.
she's just fetal there, like crying.
I look at Lavender and I'm like,
hello, zombie child.
Peekaboo champion, 6 years running. Because I see
She's screaming. He's like,
this terrified child.
No, she kind of uncovers a little bit and peeks around, like waiting for you to strike.
I'm not going to strike.
Down.
It's a kid.
Like, are you okay? Are you possessed?
She shakes her head and then she like lunges for you, like reaches out, like take me.
Hit her with a hammer.
No. Back at okay, I catch her and stand up.
She just throws her head, her head. She throws her arms around your head and just buries her head into your shoulder and starts to sob.
Oh, no, don't cry. You're okay. The hammer is a friendly hammer.
It makes squeaking sounds.
I only use it on nails and evil.
I only use the hammer on bad people.
And they squeak when you hit them.
Are you the only one in here, little girl?
Yeah, she through the sobs you hear her say, yes, the monsters ate my mommy.
Oh no. Oh boy. Oh well, I'm sure she tasted nice. No, oh God. You have Sabella.
What's your name, child?
She looks back over at you and almost gives you a dirty look, like.
No, he's a friendly lizard. What are we?
Says, my name's Shora.
Shora, we have destroyed the monsters in your home.
Did you save my mom?
I'm guessing no. We did. There were no other living people in this building when we walked in here. But all the monsters are gone.
She just kind of whimpers a little bit and lowers her head back on your
But you know, your mom's in a better place now, and so are you. You're with us. Okay. Okay. We need to get her out of here.
Okay, hold on a minute. Sister Fadavera is behind the two of you and hasn't really said anything. She's taking a look around. I want to make a perception check and make sure there's nothing else lurking that might endanger the child. Can I do that?
Yeah.
While she's doing that, can I go look for like a bedroom, like a childhood bedroom, so I can like grab her a coat or something?
That's just a 17, but she's just looking around here while they're doing that.
Just a 17. Oh, jeez.
So there's a pantry, like a storage area, just below the kitchen, and then that short hallway, couple of bedrooms. The house is still intact, but there's dust and stuff from maybe some of the roof that's caved into those rooms. The house isn't anything fancy, but it's not like a pauper's home either. It's just a pretty average residence, and but you can tell it's been picked over. Anything that is edible has been eaten, and even some things that probably aren't edible, like
Jelly.
packaging and stuff.
Mayonnaise.
Well, like horsehide that's been peeled off and chewed up.
The body on the table, was that her mom? Was it a male or a female?
You can't ask her.
Okay,
You can't be like, "Hey, child, see that happy? Is that your mom?"
I'm asking the DM. I was asking the DM.
Well, what are you gonna check her mom bracelet? Like, yep, it was a mom. Like,
it was mom 347. Is that your mom code?
Sister Fadaver turns to Morokhan and she says, "Morokhan, dear, please go get something to cover the body with." And then she turns over to the little girl and she kneels down next to her.
Oh, Lavender's got her.
On her back.
Baby holding.
Right, so she comes up behind the little girl and she takes her by the hand and she says, "You're going to have to be brave, sweetheart, but at least part of the nightmare has ended. Now repeat after me. Our Lady of Healing."
Oh, no.
And she runs.
No.
We commit. Is Lavender talking over her, or is she?
Yeah, Lavender's like, no. No, she came to Bahara.
Praying.
Bahara.
Okay, you can
by
use
light
Bahara
of logic and reason. Wait, no, I can't say Bahara. I choke when I go to say Bahara. Never mind.
Right. Sister Fadaver takes out a ruler and looks at you sternly, like you don't know where it came from. You're like, where did she get that?
Paladin.
She takes out a ruler and just looks at you and makes an intimidate check. And,
what are you gonna do? Intimidate? Slap the back of my hand? Oh no! I lost
she says, "We're going to pray the Shield of Mercy," and then she looks and she says, "Our Lady of Healing," and prompts her.
Our Lady of Healing.
We commend this soul to your protection.
Commend this soul to your protection.
Raise your holy shield before her as she walks the path of redemption.
And she says it.
Okay. She says, "As you champion the heavens, champions this soul before the pit, walk with her as you walked the lands beside your faithful, and bring hope to the living who mourn for the dead. Amen." And she says, "There, now your mommy's soul is protected and you'll see her again someday."
Well,
and she pats her on the cheek. And if Lavender says, "Well," she lifts up the ruler.
I mean, science tells us that what your mother is probably having right now is a fever dream.
No.
So
I'd like to examine the body. Is it actually dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
They all had 3d12 worth of bite damage on that sucker.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to call Gizik over to the body.
I'd like to start distracting the girl with I probably have biscuits in my rations or something. I'm like, look at these. Aren't these great? Look at these.
Yeah. She'll
Put them
eat
in your
anything
face.
you give her. She won't let go of you, but she does seem visibly comforted from the prayer.
All right.
Oh, the poor child.
I'm trying to ignore what's happening in the other room, but I know the little girl is distracted. Hey, Gizik, is there a way you could possibly save this mom?
You want me to see if Sigrun will take the soul? Is that what?
Or save it? if we can maybe heal her body and resurrect her, so that we're not trying to. Is that an undead thing, or is that something we can just bring her back?
Well, that's well beyond me, but I could have a word with Sigrun about taking the soul.
I think that soul's long gone now. Sister Faudever is pretty loud about that in the other room.
I know, but it might not be too late. I could see if Sigrun could do something. Maybe intercept the soul, or Bestera doesn't really need it. She'd probably be happier being of some use in the next life.
So Bestera comes to protect the soul, and Sigrun's like, "Wait a minute, Mama's got a pair of aces."
Interception.
Yeah.
No, there's really nothing we can do here. I mean, I could clean up the body a little bit, I guess.
Well, I don't think there's much left to clean
Prestidigitation.
up.
There's a fake flower sitting on the mom now, and she doesn't smell as bad.
Okay, well, I'm gonna rip like a drape or something off of one of the windows and try to just cover up the body.
This
Well-
poor house. We have like smashed up chairs, ripped off drapes.
He puts the drape over the body, and the table collapses.
It's more it's more that this looks like Texas Chainsaw Massacre in here because of there were already pools of blood in other places, and then you guys tore up for gas. So I might suggest that you take her out the side door.
Yeah. Let's maybe get her out of this house.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna step in front of Lavender and make sure that she's not, that there's nothing threatening in the way before Lavender comes out carrying the child.
Yeah. So as you guys are finishing this, you do notice two of the dwarfs who've been with you. They curiosity just overwhelms, and they peek through, and the cleric, she turns away, and you just see her blanch and then turn away. The guy who's with her, actually, you can hear him losing his stomach in the alleyway there. He is
He's just
so
retching around the corner.
he's so overcome by this sight. They're both regretting their curiosity, so that'll teach them to do that. But yeah, you come around in that alleyway next to the house, west of the house, and can regroup with the rest of the entourage.
As I'm walking out with the girl, she's like tucked up on my shoulder. I'm whispering to her, she who stands between magic and the mind, stand now we pray between this world and the next. But as I'm saying it, the words start changing. And the last half is the prayer that Warner's paladins say as the souls cross over.
Do you realize you're saying it?
No.
Okay. So you finish the prayer, and then it's kind of like this out of body moment where you think, did I just say what I think I just said? And
Can
it
we
only
hear her?
comes to you as she sort of echoes, the little girl, as she echoes what you said. You're like, ooh, is that what I said? Like you're wondering, am I hearing her right, or did she hear me right? You're just bewildered, but it's quite unsettling. And you get this sort of image in your head of Aelin chuckling. Like not that you're seeing a vision, just sort of like just a little epiphany or whatnot.
Okay, that relaxes me a little bit because I'm like, okay, she's just messing with me. That's probably just a scion thing. We're all good. All right.
So
okay.
the little girl, as you're walking out, and she's feeling calmer, she says, "Who's Gideon Lightward, and who's Zariel? They kept talking about Gideon Lightward and Zariel, the monsters."
Oh no, you guys can talk to her. I'm having a moment over here.
Just having a moment. All right, Zariel. Do we know Gideon Lightward? Have we ever heard this name before?
No.
Say, we've heard the name Zariel before, though, right?
Yes.
All right,
Yep.
you say it, And Sister Faderberg goes, no, don't say her name. It attracts her attention.
Don't say Zariel.
Didn't you go to Sunday school?
No, Vaharans have school on Saturdays.
Okay.
What
Baharans are
school?
Seventh-day Adventists.
Can I, did we hear Lavender mess up her prayer?
Make a perception check.
That was a 13. She thought it was a shopping list or something. Like,
I'm like, and then we're gonna get onions. And
So
apples.
here's what you hear with a 13. You don't realize that she's praying, but you do catch the end of you hear her say the word Vana. You don't know what it's in regard to because you don't know she's actually saying a prayer. You just hear her say something about Vana.
well, I think she's just going to turn around
And then
say,
I imagine you
"Speaking
see
of-"
her look a little shocked, like as you turn around.
She's interpreting that to mean something else. And she says, speaking of Vana, where's Aelin? Where in the world has she gotten to?
She went after the 10-foot creature. Who is the 10-foot creature still around? Am I seeing Aelin parts smeared everywhere? Is it just like tiefling? Tiefling juice. Tiefling goo. DM?
This is just like her, running off and gallivanting off after some man, while the rest of us are fighting a horrid battle, trying to save these innocent lives.
Maybe it's not a bad thing. I think we all need a break. This place is weird and strange and twisting and filthy and gross. And quite honestly, I just want to go back home. Home would be great right now. Home would
We
be great.
can't
Hear,
go
hear.
home until we have rescued these poor faithless souls whose wickedness sent them down here in the first place.
Yeah,
We
I
have a
don't-
mission to do, Sister Lavender.
You're not my mother. I don't need a lecture.
Well,
And
I'm sure
not
if your mother was
sister.
here, of course you're my sister. Don't be ridiculous. We're all kin. But she looks at Morocon of a sort. Like,
Can I do a religion check or something to see if I know who Gideon is? Is that
You can.
Gideon Lightward? Is that?
Yep.
Okay. 16.
You have
I'm
never heard
rolling.
the name.
I'm rolling horribly tonight. Okay.
Can I try and see if I'm familiar with who she asked about?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Religion's one of my specialties. I had to so much study in religion. No, I don't. Never mind 16. I don't know anyone.
is it a religion check, or should we be?
It's not. It's just not a name you're familiar with. Like your mind goes because of who you are. It goes to religious. Like you start thinking about, is that the name of a saint? A devil? Like who would?
I look down
Why
at the
would
girl.
they
I'm
be
like, were they
praising-
gonna meet Gideon?
Yeah. It just. But it's not one you recognize from any
Oh, no, I
story.
asked the girl if they were planning to meet Gideon.
She
Shona.
says, they just kept saying that they kept saying his name. He kept saying Gideon Lightward, and that he was the redeemer he was Zariel's redeemer.
Zariel's redeemer.
Don't. All right,
Oh,
Sister
it's,
Faderberg's
you know-
hands go up to her head. Like, you can't say her name. To say her name is to attract the Archduchess's attention. And as much as I have no doubt that the gods will wish us to confront her in all her wicked sinfulness, that time cannot be yet. Not until
Need to
all nine
level
of us
up
are
first.
together again.
Need to level up first.
Precisely. What?
So the
Okay. Do I see
the
Shona? We're gonna call her Z from now on, so that the sister doesn't have a conniption. Wait, did they
she
talk
says-
about where Z is?
We can't say the Z lady's name. Just you can call her Wicked Auntie Z.
You don't want her to call her auntie. That's wrong.
No, most people have an aunt they don't like.
I think
But
she'll
she's
trying
still
to make it
know.
relatable.
Demons.
Well, the halfling that we rescued from the you guys rescued from the imp, the bad deal. He says, pardon, but did I hear you saying the name Gideon Lightward?
Yeah.
He's a priest. He's a priest of Lathander who should be here in Elturel. I'd imagine he's over by the High Hall.
The
So this
god
place is
Lathander
corrupting
is supposed to be in
priests.
Elturel?
No, not Lathander, but Gideon. Gideon who serves Lathander.
Giddy. Oh, so you're close.
And this Redeemer is working with wicked Auntie Z? What kind of a priest is he? He's probably lost his faith like most of the people in this city.
It sounds, to be honest, it sounds pretty mistaken. Like maybe, and he looks at the little girl and then kind of cups his hand. Maybe she didn't hear quite what she thought she heard. But as far as I know, Gideon Lightward is a priest here in the city.
If I've learned anything, it's that kids pick up on a lot more than we do.
And never trust a priest.
Yeah.
We've run into servants of evil everywhere.
Aren't we all priests, though?
And
Don't
you
say
said,
that.
I mean, there are priests you
in
can
front of
trust.
the child.
the halfling says, never trust a priest, but I thought you were priests.
Mr.
Yeah,
Gizik
we
was
are.
struck in the head during the battle. He's somewhat addled. You'll have to forgive him.
I'm a
Revise.
priestess.
You can't trust all priests.
Except,
Navariel and
child.
others get their
In
fingers
hell,
in everywhere.
you can't trust all priests.
Even in hell.
You can trust priests. It's cultists you can't trust. Maybe this Gideon Lightward is a cultist.
Of
Well,
Lathander?
I couldn't speak to that, and I don't favor Lathander as far as my religious proclivities, but I've heard the name. I know he's a priest in the city, so strange. Anyway,
All right.
Okay.
Well, maybe we should look for this Gideon after we get everyone back to the High Hall. That really ought to be where we take these poor wretched souls.
Are we
Yeah,
close
let's-
to the High Hall?
Yes,
We
are
have
we
to
close?
we have to cross the bridge, so we're probably a 30-minute walk from the bridge, from the north of the two bridges.
Okay, I take like a blanket out of my bag strip. I have like a little blanket and try to like cover the girl as best I can so she's not in full sight while still holding her. So like
Okay,
wrap it around.
so you've got your hammer on your back, girl, right here.
Yep.
And you guys
Full-time mom,
continue that being as subtle and sneaky, scouting ahead, then bringing the group, and then scouting ahead, bringing the group, making your way toward the bridges. And as far as the bridges, we're going to end here shortly, but as you reach, there's this giant rift that separates the two sections of the city, and you can hear this horrible din of battle below, taking place far below. I mean, way below, coming up through this rift, and you can see the bridge. It's quite a long bridge, and from the street where you are, as you get to even from a good 30 feet away, you can see that there are some runes on the bridge itself, and you also see that standing in the about the center of the bridge, and I would say they're not standing in a sentinel-like situation, more of just a waiting formation. You see 2 larger devils and 4 smaller devils. So you see 6 devils standing in the middle of the bridge. They don't seem to have noticed anything. They don't seem to be particularly vigilant in their watching. But like I said, the bridges are fairly long, so you're not close enough to make out types of devils. but it's clear by their profiles and whatnot that you're dealing with more devils. And
Aelin's cousin.
so we will let you investigate this bridge, check out the runes, and get closer to deal with these devils however you feel best in 2 weeks from today. So thank you everybody for joining us tonight. It was a gross, yucky fight with gross, yucky ghasts. But they saved the child, and only Sister Vadaver got a lot of her eating.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Matt will pay me back. Lachlan will have to suffer miserably on Wednesday.
Thursday.
She absorbs.
Thursday.
Thankfully,
excuse me.
And thankfully,
So,
Sister Father
yes.
absorbs damage like a sponge. So
Well, she better be able to absorb it because the DM seems determined she's going to take it. So
Well, she always throws herself in there and then challenges.
she does. Yeah, she does bring it on herself. She brings it on herself in combat and socially, but that's okay.
But
Some people are social tanks too.
we always like to end with positive thought or consider this moment. And tonight, Matt has that for us.
Cool. So I love the author C.S. Lewis. He was the author who wrote the Chronicles of Narnia, which I feel like are a very inspired work of fiction. I think there are a lot of lessons that he was meant to teach by writing that series. I think he was very inspired when he wrote it. Particularly the one that's the least read, the Last Battle. It's a huge allegory, and it's beautiful. But I have a quote from him that I feel like is really significant, given a lot of things that are going on in our world right now. He said, "God cannot give us happiness and peace apart from himself, because it is not there. There is no such thing." Now, I can think of this in terms of faith, and I also can think of this in terms for those who are not people of faith. So if you are not a person of faith, hang on. We're respecting your beliefs too. But I look at this as that thing that maybe we know that we need that is standing in the way of our happiness. And I think it changes from time to time. That thing that stands in the way of our happiness. I think it's hilarious, the capacity that human beings have to avoid the thing, whatever that is. As a person of faith, I would say that part of that is God. I think the world looks for things right now apart from him that it's trying to find in everything else, and I don't think it's there. But I also think if you're not a person of faith, that thing that sometimes we don't want to see is our next step. And sometimes maybe we don't want to see that thing that is best for our growth because that thing is tough. I found a way to find peace with that. And that way of finding peace with it is to say, not yet. Because if I acknowledge the big change that I need to make, whatever that might be, and I don't keep denying it, saying, well, this isn't the thing that I need to change. I don't need to work on this. This is crap, or whatever, or it couldn't be that, I find that there's no peace there. And I see, I think it's really obvious to see the mote in your brother's eye, as the New Testament says. But I find more peace in saying, okay, I can see that this is a problem in my life, but I'm not ready yet. But I'm not denying that it's something I need to work on, whatever that might be. But I'm just not ready yet. So that is my thought for the evening. Whatever the thing is that we know that we need to work on, I find it to be more powerful to say, yep, this is an issue. This is something I need to improve. This is a place where I need to focus my efforts. And maybe I'm not ready to do that yet. And that's okay. As long as I can see the truth in front of me. Because what I am sure of is that if I deny the truth in front of me, that I will never find that thing that I need to work on that will bring me happiness. So there's more peace in the truth. The truth will set you free. And that's my thought for the evening. So, boom.
Thanks. Anyone have any thoughts to add to that?
Well, I think that at any given time, there's probably 1,000 things I could be working on that I'm just not ready to work on yet, and it's really hard. It's important, I think, to identify the few things maybe that you can work on, and it's okay to just put some others to the side instead of overwhelming yourself and then ending up not working on anything, because you really only have a certain capacity to change. So changes typically have to build over time and grow, and after you've established one change, then you start working on the next one. So you have to have, you have to forgive yourself a lot, I think, as you are trying to continue becoming who you want to be.
Yeah, that's one of the things I like about the word strive. I think strive is it's a little stronger than just trying, but it still has this intent that you're gonna fail sometimes, you're gonna not always succeed, but I don't know, it's where we strive to be a little better each day. So thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you hopefully Thursday, and if not, back here with our Chain Breakers group in 2 weeks. Have a good night.
Go Chains.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.